Okay, I'm gonna make a video, talk a little bit on Amulet lah, for the new guys, people that are people that are not into Amulet yet, but they are thinking of getting one to wear. Uh, if you have any specific question, you can drop in the comment, because this is my first time doing a video without any interaction, so it's difficult for me. Usually, I transfer my live video I do in my Facebook, and then I convert to a video file and then I upload to Facebook, so it's easier for me with interaction. Question coming in, and then there's a spontaneous answer. But now alone, a bit lost lah. So if you got any specific question, you can comment in the comment section, and then I'll see whether I can congregate a few questions and make it a video in the next video. Now, for those new people trying to get an amulet to, for wearing, for worshipping, you can just go ahead lah. Any amulet, as long as it's real, genuine, you can just put it on and wear with faith. Yeah, don't worry about your old timer stories. Wow, all the lao pui lang, your old parents or grandfather, grandmother will tell you, wow, all this Thai amulet black magic dark arts don't wear lah. No such thing lah, no such thing. It's made by monks Dharma practicing monks that serve Lord Buddha, that spread the Dharma. Okay, so it's made with good faith, imparting their blessing into the piece of clay or herbs, yeah, and then hoping the one receiving at the receiving end will get blessed. Okay, but whether we will obtain the blessing, that's another question. The one you don't have to, nobody can tell you that. Only you yourself, after wearing, you will know. So if you don't go to get an amulet, wow, they said, wow, I see my friend Kuala Jinho, they wear already very good, I also want to get one. So it doesn't work that way. What your friend experienced, you might not experience. It's just like any other experiences in life. You heard of this, oh, it's fun, the movie is nice, it's good, you go and watch or you go and experience it, you don't find it that fun, or you don't find the movie nice. So everybody differs, but you just wear it in good faith. For people into amulets like us, we strongly believe that it will definitely help us, in ways that you might not see it coming, or in ways that is very obvious. Some really rare though, but they will immediately feel, wow, it really things did change around, did turn around. Some will, after some time, then they realize, hey, indeed, certain things happen I didn't realize until now. And then some will tell you, it doesn't matter. As long as you're wearing a genuine piece of amulet, it will help you, sometimes in form that you can't really see. So if you are going around buying stories on miracles, you are just getting yourself ready to be slaughtered. Okay, because people works on this, they start giving you all these lottery striking stories and all this, wow, overnight millionaire stories. Don't buy to all this. Amulet is a piece of good blessing from the individual master that created it. You only wear it if you believe the master, or sellers like ourselves. You're listening to us, or you've been sticking with this master for so many years, right? And then you see me, like for myself example, you see from day one till now, I've been sticking to just this few masters. And people that close to me will realize that actually my name's Webster, so some will realize that Webster actually has really went a long road, climb up quite a lot. And I would agree to myself to that. I would agree to that also, because from day one to now, I've climbed significantly. So you just have to have faith. You cannot be out there seeking miracles. There are people who prey on these miracle seeking individuals. I usually tell my clients in a much harsher way. Don't be a desperado waiting to be slaughtered. Because even if you wear a very good piece of amulet, you're like a millionaire, you buy a genuine piece that costs you what 50,000 Singapore dollars, you still need your own due diligence to improve things. How that piece of clay will help you, nobody can tell. Okay, nobody can tell. So if you need to talk to someone on all these things, you can drop a message to my Facebook page. I think I'll put my Facebook page up here. Okay, drop a message there and then I'll reply you faster. If you comment here, it takes some time. Sometimes the comment doesn't have notifications. But if you need any question, you have any question in mind, you can actually drop a comment. Otherwise, you can dispel all the myth that all amulets is made from black magic. Anyway, magic, there's no black or white magic. Magic is either use it for good. If you believe in all these things, it's actually elemental stuff. If you use it for good, it's good. If you use it for the bad, then it's bad. Then they call it necromancing. It's also not a bad thing. It's how the practitioner use it. Right? You see, because if you heard of those black magic thing, the monk, the practitioner, will have to practice this thing in order to know how it works. So when somebody who is affected come to them for help, they know how to handle it. If they don't practice, they don't understand. You can never help the guy that's being affected by the so-called black magic. Anyway, this video, Amulet World, is some of this mystical stuff. So you need to believe it first. If it doesn't, you just take my video as a video for entertainment, right? But in our world, we fully believe in all these things, right? This is it's not arguable. Otherwise, nobody will pay for millions and millions of baht for all this stuff. It's just a piece of clay or soil from probably some so-called sacred holy places. So you need to, if you think that you really want to wear an amulet, in regard what belief you're in or what religion you're in, doesn't matter. Even if you're atheist, you can, if you're open-minded enough, you can just take the amulet as a form of, a decoration or something. I don't know whether now this is a trend, because I've seen many young people wearing these days. Not like during when I was young. Wearing this doesn't give the very good impression of your very normal guy. So these days I see a lot of young people wearing it. So anybody can wear an amulet if you're open-minded enough. You want to wear, you doesn't want to show outside, you just put it inside. Nobody would know. What else? So for beginner, you just take it as this is a piece of blessing from the creator. Let's say this is from this monk called Long Bu Kampan, let's say, for example. Okay, so this is a piece of blessing from Long Bu Kampan. That's it. You just know that. Then there, you no need to go too deep into the thing, because you are still new to all these things. And then you don't have to spend hundreds and thousands of dollars. You can find any reputable shop in Singapore, and then you just get a piece of the master you think you have your fate to follow. Then you just get a piece of the blessing and wear it. That's it. Full stop. and then there's no such thing as me cannot wear to sleep, cannot wear to bathe. Cannot wear to bathe. That's you have to be careful lah. You must make sure the amulet is protected properly by a waterproof casing. Otherwise, the water seeps in, and in time the piece will be destroyed by the moisture. So wear it and don't think about it, or just give it the due respect if it's in the form of the Buddha. You don't put it under your karcheng lah. It's very disrespectful. Otherwise, amulet, there's no superstitious tag along with it, unless the maker specifically say so. Don't think so much. Otherwise, don't think so much. As to what amulet you should try, you can talk to someone else. You can talk to someone else, or you can come talk to me, and then we can start from somewhere, right? It is not a very complicated thing, because you don't have to know the complicated stuff. The amulet world is very the knowledge of amulet is vast. The learning never stops. Some things goes very deep. Some things for those that goes very deep are not meant to be understood by any one of us. Okay, we can understand the surface of it, like how it is blessed, what spell they use, we call it the Tamla Tembot, or we call it the Kata Sword. Something like that, So I tell you, we only dwell on the surface. We are not the practitioner. We don't know how all this blessing is imparted into the piece of clay or the piece of soil. Right? This one are things that we unless we have practiced and we are, as good as those masters, we will never understand all these things. People like me, seller, we are supposed to train ourselves in. We're talking about the higher end amulet. We're talking about the amulets that cost much more. For my case, I'm still not those $1 million dealers. The max I have in my shop is like slightly above 10,000 Singapore dollars. But a piece of good blessing start from just $50, $60. Yeah, $50, $60. So if you really want to try something, you can come talk to me, or you can talk to somebody else you know, or your friend recommend you to this. Give everyone a chance. Give everyone a chance. It's not a complicated thing. It's not. There's nothing superstitious on amulet. You just wear with faith, right? Even if you just wear one for the rest of your life, you can just pass it on to someone. The blessing will always be there. There's no such thing as very long liao, the blessing all hilang, all gone. No such thing. There are amulet that ages up to 1,000 over years. Okay, and the price is staggering. They can go to those very professional auctioneer and can get prices like $45 million onwards. So these are not our field. This is something very, very so-called high-end stuff. Right? These are the treasures of Thailand. They will never easily let it out of Thailand. So foreigners like us is very difficult. So until now, I repeat again, if you have any question, you can drop in my comment box. Otherwise, I'm really running out of things to say now. Now, back to the form of amulet. There's so many kinds of amulet. There are reasons to make this amulet into this form or that amulet into that form. There are many reasons. So you need to know. For me, usually I will ask, what are you working as? How do you want that piece how do you want that amulet to help you? Agak-agak lah. I asked along this line because at least I got somewhere to start with, and then the third question will be, give me a budget to work with. Yeah. But let's not talk about money on this video. Like this one, I just want to share more information on amulets with the new guys. So there are so many forms of amulet. You just have to tell me. Of course, every form has their own different meaning. So you can just we'll work along your question. So somehow I just pick up what you're looking for there. Okay. So drop me a comment if you got any question on all these things. Otherwise, I'm really running out of bullets, so I'll leave the video as it is, 16 over minutes. I'll review the video again before I post it up now, because I don't know what I'm talking sense now. Okay, so I'll see you again in the next video. Sawadee krap.